I feel like my GF used me for 5 years. I'm about 5 months into trying to fix my relationship with my ex after she cheated on me with an ex-boyfriend. We started as high school sweethearts and she got pregnant with my child before I left the military. I found out she was pregnant once I graduated BMT. I was happy and scared. We were both 19 at the time. A few months later I broke up with her because I felt as if I was being pressured to marry her. I was not running from my child. I was stationed in Arizona and traveled to California to see my child be born, and to help as much as I could while I was there 2 weeks. I went back to California a few months later to see my daughter and to reconnect with my girlfriend. We got back together and I moved her and my baby to Arizona with me. We were together for about a year and a half, and during this time I worked while she watched my daughter and went to school. During this time I started to notice that the house was more and more messy when I came home. I would ask my GF why she couldn't clean and she just said she was tired. I had to keep asking her to do small things like simply pick up after herself, etc. During this time I was talking to a female friend from high school, we will call her Jen, who my girlfriend did not like. I have never even kissed Jen, but my girlfriend insisted I was cheating on her with Jen. I never hid Jen from her or anything. I never withheld my phone, and every time I offered my phone my girlfriend wouldn't take it. I'm not innocent in this whole ordeal in hindsight. I should have stopped talking to this girl when my girlfriend expressed that she did not want me talking to her. I was very stupid for defending Jen. We broke up again because we drifted apart without talking about our feelings. We kept letting our pride get in their way. So then I helped my now ex-girlfriend get a job and I drove her to and from work so she could save money and move out. We kept sleeping together during every time that we were broken up. I get that we were broken up and I'm the one who ended it, but keep in mind this whole time she is telling me that I am mean, and even though I broke her heart she only wants me. We eventually get back together for a year and break up again because of the same reasons. I got super depressed because I kept thinking that our bad relationships were entirely because of me. I went to therapy for my depression and worked up the courage to ask her out for the final time. She said that she wants to try and work it out but wanted to go slow. So this major incident started mid-December of 2020 when we started to work on us again. She was very distant, which was not normal because even when we were broken up we were pretty close. She spent Christmas Eve at a friend's house and I had to call her Christmas morning to come and open presents with her daughter. She then left New Year's to go to a party at her girlfriend's house. A week later I found a pregnancy test in a trash bag that she brought in from her car. That's in my name. I asked her about it and she said it was from me, but she has always told me about any pregnancy scares before. Like she would tell me when she was worried because her period was a little late. This is also the first time I had found out that she had had physical relations with someone other than me. It killed me even though we weren't together when she did it. We made our relationship official a day or two before Valentine's Day. I tried the hardest I ever did on setting up a dinner for us, and she even spent 3 hours getting ready in the bedroom while I was setting up the kitchen. I planned other dates that she stood me up for also. These were things that she wanted me to plan, but she couldn't even remember where we were going. Fast forward a month and I found pictures of her and an ex on my bathroom counter. She got really defensive and didn't want me to see the pictures, but I got a glimpse. This entire time she has made me believe she had only had me as an and emotional partner. I asked if the boyfriend was from high school and she said yay. It obviously was her from recently. I asked her if there was anyone else, and I've asked her this several times at this point, and she said I was crazy. She looked me in the eyes and said me she loved me and that there was no one else for her but me. We were planning on getting married and having more children as well.
The next morning we had sex and I went down on her first. I was getting super paranoid by the way she was acting so distant and secretive like she never has before. I logged onto our laptop and snooped on her social media. The first thing I found an image that she sent to this guy John that said $$ her so good that she can't think of anyone else. While you're inside her, my heart slammed into my chest and I immediately started panicking. This led me to look through more of her social media and I found plenty of Snapchats between her and 2 other dudes. Her app name will be John for clarity. She was also S8sting another guy at the same time and they were planning to do it at work. So I guess you could say that she had 2 app. I confronted her and she started crying and saying all of the normal cheater crap. It turns out she cheated on me the night before and brought the guy into my bed while I was at work. Once she confirmed it and I saw a bunch of their text messages, I put my fist through our closet door several times. I've been close to being that angry at anyone in my whole life. I don't even like conflict. I was even assisting her while I was at work that day. She didn't use protection. She let me eat down there and go unprotected right after another man finished in her. I'm extremely humiliated and traumatized by all of this. I had completely committed to this woman this time and I was willing to do anything to spend the rest of my life with her. That's why I went to therapy and wanted to marry her. We were gonna get married and have more kids. We set up a timeline and everything.
Every time she had an issues with me she would complaining to him and say she was going to leave me for him. She would copy paste messages that she sent to me to him and vice versa. She literally told this guys that she was going to wait for him if she had to. I feel used and taken advantage of. I don't understand how someone can do this to another person. It's 5 months later and I've been trying to work on our relationship together, but these memories make me uncharacteristically angry. I've yelled at her more in the last 5 months than I have ever. I actually never yelled at her before this. I'm totally shattered even after this long. What can I do? Redditors reactions. Redditor 1. So she cheated on you and now you try to fix the relationship. Why? Do you want more of what you already experienced? Break up completely and only see her as the mother of your kid. That's it, nothing more. Why do you want anything more? Emo, you are still angry because she is a constant reminder of the biggest humiliation you ever experienced in your life. The more time you spend with her, the more angry you will get. Reduce all contact to her to only contact that is about the kid. Redditor 2, man, you have to realize that your partner is a serial cheater. Please, let the paragraph that follows sink slowly but firmly in your mind. Serial cheaters are very well known to have dysfunctional and undesirable characterial traits, i.e., they are dishonest, pathological liars, manipulators, gaslighters, have double lives, con people, lack integrity, selfish, self-centered, immature, sloppy ethics and morals, and STDs super spreaders. Most of the times there's also some ongoing mental illness. I understand that you love her, but what you're really loving is the person she pretends to be, not the real her. The real her is this worthless serial cheat who has no qualms to talk bad about you with her affair partners, and expose your mental and physical well-being to great danger. Think about that. What kind of person does these things? Not a good one. Also, serial cheats are incredibly skilled at pretending to be someone they aren't, and that's how they trap loving and caring partners like you. Partners that then they'll use as ticket meals. Now ask yourself, do you really want to spend the rest of your life, take care of kids who may turn out to not be yours, and share assets with this shameless cake eater who has no integrity and sees you purely as a ticket meal? You say that the past 5 months you treated her bad. Well, that's because you're reacting to her abuse. Yes, cheating and having affairs is abuse, and you should always keep this in mind. And frankly, the best course of action is always to leave an abuser. Big hugs, my friend. I suggest you to follow the advices and experiences you'll gather from this sub to a T. Continue doing therapy, and thank your lucky stars she's not your wife. You dodged a planet-sized bullet.